y'all? Welcome back to the Carpenters Apprentice. Today we're here with
Dolphin Dilemma.
And sir, can you tell us a little bit about your band and why you started it?
Yeah, it's actually a solo project, just me. And it started officially, 2018, 17, 16. I guess the beginning of 2016 is when I started doing the first performances and had like a set together. And I started doing it because I'm actually a part of the band Verisimilitude in San Antonio, and we've been doing that for like 12 years since I was a little kid. So I grew up doing that. And as I grew into like 17, 18, trying to find my independence, I started to also find my musical independence. So I used our synth that we use for the band and our loop pedal that we use for it. And I started trying to do the most I could to make like electronic house music with just the loop and the synth. And so that's how it started. The loop pedal has this little drum pattern thing that has a bunch of pre-made drum patterns, and one of them was just a house beat with like a 909 kick and just like this upbeat hi-hat, and so I just started working with that.
Well, unfortunately, I'm quite uneducated on this issue, so I don't understand a fucking thing you just said, my friend. But let me ask you a question that I'm sure I will understand the answer to. Why did you decide to pursue this? Why?
Well, I just needed to find an outlet for my individual path in music, and like I've always been a part of the band, like I said, since I was like 10 with my brother. And so once I got to like 17, I just wanted to find my own path that I could kind of control all the stuff, not have to compromise with writing, not have to do a whole show together. It was fun, and it's just like I can have fun on my own, and then yeah, that's why.
How strange is it from your perspective, or do other people find it, that you're able to have fun on your own and create on your own and be totally satisfied outside of a group setting?
Wait, what is the question exactly?
So how strange is it?
How strange is it?
Yeah.
It's not too strange. It's actually just really nice. Like, it's fun. It's really fun. I guess in general, it's strange to be someone who performs, especially at a younger age. Because, I mean, I started performing when I was 10, so, like, that's strange. Like, growing up in middle school and high school as a young person, always doing performances and focusing on that on the weekends, that's definitely strange. But this new endeavor, Dolphin Dilemma, is just nice. Like, I'm just ready for it.
Why do you say that was strange, to do performances when you were younger?
Well, because, I mean, like 95% or more of kids probably don't do that. So it's just like you're kind of isolated in that way from people at your age. Like, that's just something that they don't do. And it's an environment that isn't filled with kids. I mean, we were playing in bars when I was 11 or 12, you know, so like, and just adult venues, just places where weren't the Wiggles, you know, we weren't doing middle school shows and stuff. We were playing adult music in adult places. So yeah, it's interesting.
How do you think that affected you coming up?
Definitely a lot. Gave me a lot of perspective. And then what a huge part of that is like, the band is me and my brother and our good friend Felisa, who's pretty much our sister. We grew up with since we were like 5 or 7. So like, I've always had that 3-year age gap between my big brother and Felisa, and growing up in a band with them, playing in adult places with more adult people, and then also having to go to school, there's a huge disconnect because I wanted to be mature enough and be cool enough and level-headed enough to be respected by the band and the audience, but you know, I also wanted to be respected by my peers. So yeah, definitely weird. A lot of broadened perspective, a lot of like insecurity of like fitting in and stuff like that. But I think overall it just made me a better person.
Now, how do you think it made you a better person? Because that kind of confusion, especially at a young age,
yeah.
I mean, you got to figure out how to navigate.
Well, it boiled up to a point where like in 9th grade, like I had kind of a breakdown, so social breakdown, anxiety breakdown, where I dropped out technically. I did public high school for a little bit, and then after that, I just self-homeschooled. So I did online classes and college classes like that. But it boiled up. It was definitely hard. I think not everybody going through those experiences, it would have benefited. But I just think it's just my parents, just how they are, my family. It just worked out enough, you know, to where the person I am figured it out and it benefited me. But yeah, I mean, I got pretty dark. I got pretty isolated, pretty insecure.
What made you keep going? How come you didn't give up at that point?
Well, just the support, definitely. I think I definitely got pretty hopeless and pretty sad and insecure with myself. And I think my dad and my Felisa and Dakota and having that, you know, support from that family, I think, yeah, that definitely pulled me through. And then just, you know, seeing the progress and seeing the possibilities of what the future could be like if I pull it off. You know what I mean?
And what is it like now that you have this brand new endeavor that actually got you noticed by us. And so it's fantastic. You know, you're really making progress with your life to go from that sunken place to now be where you're at. What does that feel like, my brother?
Oh, totally worth it. And it's really crazy looking back, thinking that I was even close to like giving up on that or like, just, you know, breaking down completely, you know? So like, yeah, anybody out there on the verge, you know, there's always a huge possibility that it can go all the way to the other end, you know? And so like, I'm not necessarily there, but I'm definitely in a lot better place and like I'm getting there. So yeah, no, it's great.
And might I say you are well on your way, at least from my perspective, brother. How can people get a hold of you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram mostly. I'm also an artist on Time Wheel. I don't have any music released yet, so it's all
How can they find you on Facebook or Instagram?
Dolphin Dilemma. If you just type in Dolphin Dilemma, it's Facebook/Dolphin Dilemma. I'm the only person with that profile on Instagram and Facebook. So
my brother, listen, it's fantastic to talk to somebody who was once in the sunken place, just like we were. I mean, that's the whole reason we started this channel, was to get people out of the sunken place through people's stories. And I appreciate you sharing your hardest moments with us and how you got out of it, sir.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You guys, we'll see you next time.